Is this thing on again? Hello? Anybody there? Oh, yeah, it's on. Never mind. Let's go with this. Howdy! YouTube! Yes, it's your friendly neighborhood Chef Shatry here again. I put a video on yesterday talking about my life story a little bit, showed a little bit of my cars outside, and I went on a couple of lives last night and talked to some guys and told them I wanted to have them check out my new video, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the new subs. I'm over 100 before my year date of my first video, so really appreciate it, guys. So today, do you ever think about when you do a video, you think about it, and you think about it, and you think about it, and then when you go do it, and then you rewatch it, and then there's things that you kind of think that you should have said, that you didn't say, that you forgot to say? That's what I do all the time. I always forget to say something that I wanted to say, but that's beside the point anyways. I just wanted to, really appreciate everybody checking in on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy my content. So this video, as you previously known, I've been having problems with out at my house. So this particular video, I want to talk about that situation. Kind of do a rewind video here to get up to speed. Because this summer, I didn't put out a whole lot of content. I was too busy working on the place out there to get it cleaned up. But I did take pictures. Now, I hope people like my pictures I take. I have more time to take pictures than I do to take video. So I do have some video clips of stuff that I did. I got a lot of pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some videos on the stuff that I did out there. And I'll put picture clips in of the stuff I moved and what I did. So this particular video, what I want to do is I want to do a little rewind of what happened last summer. I have my plans all planned out, what I wanted to do last summer. I bought a couple trucks that I wanted to do a build on. As you in the previous videos on here, I got a 92 F-150 and a 93 F-150 that I'm swapping cabs on. I'm building a four-wheel drive. I got two trucks. One's rusted, one's rust-free. One's four-wheel drive, one's two-wheel drive. So the rust-free cab is going onto the four-wheel drive chassis. That's what my plans was for this last summer. I did get the cab off the chassis on the four-wheel drive. I got it all stripped down and got it painted. That's where everything went to shit. That's where things turned. In previous videos on here in June, I went out to my house and mowed. I put a video on about that when I was out there mowing, going around my property, showing you guys what I was doing out there, what I had out there. End of July, while I was working on my truck, I was doing project here. My dad had some cars here he's working on. I was helping him with them. I was working on my truck, trying to get it done, going, doing some video on it. Then end of July, middle of July to the end of July, got a letter in the mail from the township saying that the property over there had to be cleaned up. They counted 19 vehicles over there, junk motor vehicles, and trash refuse is what they call out there on the property. And they didn't like it. Overgrown weeds, etc., etc. So, when we got that letter, they were saying that we had to have a meeting with the township trustees on August the 12th. So this cut right into the middle of my build on my truck. So, what I'm going to do in this video here is that meeting on August the 12th. I'm going to show you what they said. I'll have a little short segment in here about the meeting. They go over the. They took pictures out there. They went out on the property. They took pictures of everything. They went so far as complaining about the weeds growing up around my mailbox. That's how bad it was. So, this video, yes, I'm going to. I took a video of the whole meeting, basically. Not letting them know that I took a video of it. Because I wanted to have a little. I took a video of it so I could rewind what they said, and I'd have a copy of it, if you know what I mean, for legal purposes, just in case. So, what I'm going to do in this video, I'll do a little clip about the meeting, what they said, their rundown of violations and orders that they wanted. And then what I'm going to do is, after that clip, I'll do a rewind of when I took a video out there of the property, and we'll count cars. So what I'll do is I'll run the video and I'll count cars that were out there so you guys can see what was out there. So let's get into this. I'll show you what I had. I'll show you what the township said, and we'll go through the video, count cars, and then I'll say something afterwards. So let's get into this, and I'll show you what they said. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so I've kind of organized the violations. So the first we have here is this is junk, garbage, debris violations, and they're in violation of Revised Code 50587. We've got excessive vegetation here, overgrown weeds, some tires, fuel tank, that counts as junk and debris. Next page here, if you can try to follow along with me. I mean, I won't go over every single page because the pictures speak for themselves. But the statute says all of this is can fall under the junk and debris statute. We've got an old swing set here, some brush and things on the overgrown vegetation. And then the last one here is just more junk and debris. Then we'll move on. The majority of this then will now be the junk vehicles, which, how many did we find, Thomas?
I think it was 19.
Okay, okay. So I've got pictures of pretty much all of those. We can go over what makes them, what the statute considers a junk vehicle. At least 3 model years or older, apparently inoperable, missing wheels or things like that in this case. We didn't have a lot of wheels missing on the vehicles, but they are sunken down, flat. You know, they're look to have been sitting for some time. So to us, you know, we see weeds and things growing around them. They seem to be inoperable. They're not being ran. Like I said, won't go through every slide. If you have any questions at all, feel free to interject. Trustees, if you have questions, gentlemen, if you have questions, please ask them. We've got quite a few vehicles here. Only, I think maybe 1 or 2 actually had licensing on them. We had plates on the back. The rest had nothing. No license plates.
I think that pretty much covers it, really.
Yeah, it was just a lot of junk vehicles. I think at the end here, though, we get to, I did include this. This isn't a full-blown violation of 50586. That's the dilapidated structure. The county prosecutor and the county engineer both said that this house was not compromised, did not need to be demolished, but the health department did point out that the holes in the foundation are an outlet for vermin. We know that to be a fact. I didn't get a photo, unfortunately, but as the county sheriff was walking around the property to do a perimeter check, he saw a groundhog in the window of the house in the interior of the home. So, I mean, vermin and things are getting in there, most likely through this large hole in the foundation. I think the township has received complaints from the property owners that are neighboring there about seeing groundhogs going in and out of the property. out of the house itself. So we would like to see, definitely from the health department's angle, that get repaired, because you have vermin and things in the house. And then in the back here, I have the health department's report and their nuisance violations that they found, and then also the county engineer's report, where he states that he does not find that the structure to be compromised. So that's what we've got. I ran through that pretty quickly. Like I said before, we would normally do a slideshow on the TV, but we're a little low on space, so that's fine. Are there any questions at all? Anybody? Would you guys like to, do you have anything to, I mean, you want to tell the trustees? I mean, this hearing's for you. I mean, they want to hear you. I'm just acting as on their behalf, so your questions are directed at them.
Well, first of all,
Okay, guys, let's get started with the countdown of the vehicles. So here's number 1 and number 2. There's one of my cars. You can tell I've already been mowing out here. Another one, Contour. That's a Buick LeSabre. Got a Contour. Got an Infiniti Q45. There's a Taurus and a Sable and a Cougar. That's a 5-liter Cougar. There's one of my Durangos. Another one of my Durangos. Back in there is my shop. Now my shop's been broken into many times. I got my Explorer and a Windstar blocking the door so nobody can get in it anymore. I just haven't had time to come out here and mess. Okay, here's the back side here. I made it so to have enough space back here. I could have like a porch lookout thing out the back here, but as you can see, all it's done is grow weeds and hold parts. All I've done with it. So yeah, I gotta get back on. There's another F-250 frame sitting right there, 4-wheel drive. F-250 frame chassis. Still got the motor and stuff in it. That's got a 351 modified with a 4-speed behind it. So yeah, more stuff one of these days. Guess I might as well take you back around back here. Another Dakota. 80s F-150 sitting there, 4-wheel drive. I took the front differential out of it. At the back end, it's clear full of parts. I got an Explorer over there. There's my other Durango. Another Sable. And then there's a Blazer sitting over there. I pulled motor transmission out of it for a job. But yeah, you can see the roof from here. So yeah, that's all my stuff here. Now here's that black F-150 sitting in the backyard, number 19 in our countdown. And on to the right side of the truck was a pile of wood, firewood, that they wanted to remove, and the swing set was sitting on top of it. You can't see the swing set, but it's there. So yeah, let's get on with this. Well, here's the hole, according to the township, I have to fix. The only way to fix it is to finish the foundation work. But anyways, they wanted me to close it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enclose it because they're afraid that animals will get in there. So I'll go ahead and do the best I can to get it closed up. Happy, happy, joy, joy. There we go for tonight. Good enough for what it is right now. Got a hole down there at the bottom, but I'll fill that in with stone down there just to make them fuckers happy. So I gotta come back tomorrow, get this finished up, done. Okay, I gotta get back here to fixing my hole. I gotta redo this a little bit. I was trying to do it in the dark yesterday, but I gotta get this board. I got to get them screws in a little bit further right there. So yeah, brought me some drill bits so I can get these in a little further. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, we got them screws properly in now. Board's nice and tight up there. So now I have something to screw that board to. It's nice and solid. So I have a solid piece to screw my OSB board to. So I get this thing finished up here. Dang focus. Okay, got my OSB panel back on. I still gotta fill this in a little bit because there's a little bit about that hole right there, but it's solid. It's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna backfill this with stone, so it'll be good to go. So yeah, get some stone and backfill this. Get it ready to go. Here, I guess it's good enough for now. Much as I can do, I guess, for now. Looks good, I think. So we'll see. Okay guys, you see what they had to say out there. Showed you a video of the property, of how many vehicles were out there, the refuse that was out there. If you look closely where the Windstar, the maroon Windstar, was sitting in front of my garage door, alongside of it was a bunch of trash that was laying there. Some of the trash was shingles. I had 2 pallets of shingles laying there beside there, and they wanted all them shingles removed too, which I don't see how they can tell me to remove the shingles. But anyways, that's what they complained about. That's what this video is about. In a previous video that I put on here was after I got everything cleaned up. You've seen that if you've seen that video, you know, after I cleaned the place up, that's what it looked like. That's what it looks like now today. So, winter has come, snowed out. I haven't been out there in a couple months. They haven't said anything lately about it. I haven't heard anything from them. Haven't seen any letters or anything from them. So, they've backed off for now. So, thanks for watching if you enjoyed this. Now you know what's going on. And now next videos, what I'm going to do is, after this one, I'll show, I think I'm going to put on this video here, I'm going to put what they're talking about, the hole in the foundation in the property. I'm going to show that on this, which you've probably already seen, because I'm going to put that on before I do this. So you'll see the hole in the foundation. I fixed it to hopefully their liking. In the next previous videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the vehicles I started with starting to move. There's several vehicles out there that I needed to pull motors out of. There's vehicles out there that I needed to get running. That was with the pulling of my Fox bodies out of my building, because what I ended up doing, there was 3 vehicles out there that I'd already used for parts. I had an Explorer and a Chevy Blazer that I'd already used for parts. I pulled motors out of them, transmissions. I sold parts off of them. So they were not runnable vehicles. I needed to get them inside to put away so the township could get off, not see them anymore. So that's the reason why I pulled my Mustangs. I had pulled my Thunderbird out, my 2 Mustangs. I got my Thunderbird running. The convertible here runs, but you hear me, I got to put head gaskets on it. And then my red Mustang, it doesn't have a motor in it. So I've got a motor for it and everything. It's been years since I've had that thing on the road, and I really want to get it put on the road. So the next, I don't know how many videos I'm going to put on, but I'm going to put on videos of cars that I worked on from pulling out of there, from the very first one to the last one. All the junk that I moved out there, I'll put on video. You'll see everything that I moved out there. And it was a lot of stuff. I can guarantee you, if I had it all weighed of the scrap that I moved out there, I probably had 50 ton of steel out there. Cars, that's including cars and everything. 50 ton of steel. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm going to get started on content with what I did out there. I'm going to put up some videos, probably pretty regular. I'm going to start every day. I'm going to start putting on videos of the stuff that I moved out there so we can get up to speed on to get concurrent with where I'm at now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed the next few videos that I'm going to put out of the cleanup out there. And yeah, this is Chef Shade Tree. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys.